Welcome or welcome back to the I Make a Difference channel. I'm Melinda Cates, and do take a moment to introduce yourself in the comments below. For me, it's always an honour to be able to connect with fellow souls. And I'm a life transition and true self facilitator, where I help people understand the journey back to their true self and navigate their way through that journey. Today, I'm diving deep into an area that's relevant to that journey. It's a powerful yet often overlooked process, and it's one called unconscious deservedness. And this is an area that plays a significant role in how we experience life, and it can lead us to accept far less than we truly deserve. As the saying goes, it's often said that ignorance is bliss. You don't know what you don't know, and that helps us maintain the status quo. But in the status quo, we may be accepting things that are not right for us and that we don't deserve. You may have signs in your environment that are telling you this, that you're not seeing. You may have messages from your inner voice that you're not hearing. And you can even have pangs of curiosity where you know you need to go and explore something, but you're ignoring it and suppressing it. You see, your awareness may not be in the space to pick up on these signals about your deservedness. So what happens is this leads to a dilution in the connection to your self-worth and deservedness. And these contribute to unconscious deservedness, or another term for it, lack of deservedness. By the end of this video, you will have insight and tools to recognize and reclaim your worthiness, deservedness, and strengthen your connection to your self-worth. So let's get started. Firstly, let's explore what unconscious deservedness is. Your deservedness, well, it's a key component of your self-worth. It is the external manifestation of all your internal processing of all the key components of your self-worth. And this includes the beliefs about your self-worth that have been influenced by your experiences of lack or abundance and the nature of the connection you have to your self-worth. Unconscious deservedness, well, it's when you're not aware of what you deserve. And it's where you're experiencing what you don't deserve and you don't know that, and where you're experiencing what you do deserve and you're unaware of that as well. And it shapes our experiences in quite profound ways. Many of us, well, we navigate life with ingrained beliefs that dictate our worth, and we settle into routines and situations without questioning their validity and purpose. And we become conditioned to accept what is familiar and normal to us. It's what we grew up with. It's what we learned or experienced. So we didn't question whether it was right or wrong. We didn't question what we deserve or don't deserve, or even why we're experiencing it. And what does this look like? Well, you could be experiencing this in your job, in your relationships and friendships, even in an interaction, or even in how you treat yourself. For instance, I grew up in a household filled with arguments and violence. I thought that was the norm for how parents behave and how I was being treated. Many people, they actually feel unfulfilled in their work, and they actually are scared that if they leave, they won't get another job. So they're experiencing the same day repeatedly, stuck in familiar patterns that don't resonate with their true value. You may be treated in a way that does not respect you, but you see others accepting the same behavior and believe, this is just how things are around here. This silent acceptance, it can leave you feeling trapped. It can prevent you from recognizing your true potential and self-worth and deservedness and the opportunities that await you, let alone receiving what you truly deserve. Think about it. How many times have you accepted a situation just because it's what you've always known? That's unconscious deservedness at work. So what is the processing that's behind it? Well, in my years of working with businesses and guiding them through cultural changes, one question often surfaced, one that I asked many times. Why do you do what you do the way you do it? And almost every time the answer was the same. Because that's what we've always done. This simple response, well, it revealed a deeper level of processing that many people had adopted, a quiet acceptance of how things are. And when I asked how they felt about that, well, the employees, they often realised they had so many ideas and saw so many opportunities for growth and change that they hadn't even considered voicing. This acceptance of the status quo, whether it's in our businesses, our personal lives, our relationships, well, it shows how we can become conditioned to believe that what we have is all we deserve. With the workers, they believed they didn't deserve to have a voice, that they were not worthy enough to have great ideas, and that they didn't deserve to do things more effectively and efficiently. When the organisation brought us in to facilitate the culture change, where we were working with empowering the employees, well, it unleashed incredible energy. It unleashed self-worth individually and collectively and value. And not just for the business, but for everyone. The ripple effect of this was it was felt by the families and the communities. And what happened is they moved from unconscious deservedness to conscious deservedness. Yet, if you're in the space of unconscious deservedness over time, well, what you experience can continue to reinforce a lack of self-worth and a belief that you don't deserve anything better, or that you're receiving what you believe you deserve. It's essential to recognize this pattern. Unconscious deservedness can manifest in many ways, in really subtle and familiar ways. For example, during a recent visit to a laundry service, I noticed something interesting and got some great insight actually. While I was there for a one-time wash because my bedding was too big for my washing machine, several women who were long-term customers were there. And as we chatted, my inner voice told me to check the washing machine's temperature, and that was feel the door of it. To my surprise, even though the machines were set on hot, so a hot wash, the door was cold. When I asked the owner, he confirmed that they didn't offer hot washes, but there were no signs informing people of this. And then I noticed there was only one pipe to the washing machines and it was cold. The other woman, they were shocked. They had simply accepted the service without questioning its quality or suitability or whether they had hot washes. This moment highlights how easy it is for us to settle for less, even in seemingly minor aspects of our lives. This pattern isn't limited to laundry. It permeates our careers, our relationships, even interactions, and our personal growth, how we treat each other. Have you experienced meals in restaurants, hotel rooms, or online shopping where you received less than expected, but said nothing about it and even paid for it? When we don't explore the reality of situations or services, or question why things are the way they are, we risk remaining stuck in situations that are patterns that don't serve us and don't honour us. It's crucial to recognise when we're on autopilot, following routines and patterns and conditioning that feels comfortable, familiar and normal, because they may not serve us and we may be receiving what we don't deserve. So how do you transform acceptance into awareness? How do we break free from the cycle of unconscious deservedness and shift towards conscious deservedness, where you are aware of what you deserve? Well, firstly, check your inner voice. Mine spoke to me in the laundry. This is what I call my knowing, the voice of your true self. Your true self, well, it has limitless awareness and consciousness and is committed to supporting you on your journey back to reconnecting with your true self. It's committed to you having a strong connection to your self-worth. And it will provide messages about what to explore, where to question, and the questions to ask. Listen to it and take action, and do it with honour and respect. Secondly, give yourself permission to speak up with respect. Only you can give yourself permission to question things. Only you can speak up and be heard. However, make sure you do so from a place of self-worth and honour yourself and the other person that you're asking the questions of, like I did with the owner. Thirdly, Question the status quo. Identify where things are normal, familiar, and where there are routines and repeated patterns. Step back from them. Ask yourself, why do I do things the way I am? And why does this happen the way I am? Is it supporting my deservedness or not? What am I accepting without thought? Does this support my self-worth and deservedness? These types of questions, well, they can reveal areas where you're settling for less. Being conscious of them, you can do something about them. Fourthly, evaluate how you feel. Be honest about your feelings regarding your current situation, wherever you are. Are you fulfilled? Are you thriving? Or are you merely getting by? These emotions and feelings, they provide insight into whether you are accepting something below and less than what you deserve. And fifthly, challenge your automatic acceptance. Just because something has always been this way doesn't mean it's right for you. Just like the guys in the business. Your past doesn't define your worth or potential. By questioning your routines and experiences, you can open yourself up to new possibilities that reflect your true value and deservedness. We all have areas in life where unconscious deservedness might limit our potential, might limit our experiences and what we deserve in life. By regularly asking questions and exploring and evaluating what you're accepting, you can break free from automatic acceptance that's unconscious, and you can make the space for what you truly deserve. You can unlock your conscious deservedness and make choices that reflect your worthiness while asking for what you deserve with honor and respect. Do you know what? It's time to challenge the status quo in business, relationships, services, everything that's provided and shared with us in life, and start receiving what truly is meant for us. If you would like to go a little bit further and deeper into the topic of unconscious deservedness, you might want to check out my blog for a few more pearls of wisdom, or rather insights. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content like this. And hey, let's continue our journey together through this human experience. And if you're committed to continuing to strengthen your self-worth, then you may be interested in some of the resources I've listed below. Thank you for taking the time to be with me. Thank you for taking the time to watching and listening. And remember, you deserve the best. You deserve to receive everything that honors you. We'll see you next time.